succession planning module is something that is less implemented. So if there are 100 SF projects being implemented, it might be 10 or 20 projects of succession that we see in the market, but that will be for the topmost customers, for those who are taking the entire big bang implementation of success factors with each and every solution of it. Okay, large scale industries, large scale organizations, multi MNC organizations, for them is where succession will be having a more appropriate reason of implementation. And second thing, one more point is that succession will be every time in the control of only the top management, maximum to the a layer above mid-level management. Top management to maximum down to a layer above mid-level management. There is where, that is where the succession module will every time has its existence. So even the other employees of a company, say example, there are 5,000 employees in a company, you can expect maximum 400 people might be having succession license. Okay, not even exactly like 10% of them for population also. It's like maximum 300-400 people will have succession licenses. Okay, so they don't, the other employees of a company don't even know that there is another module in the name of succession that is implemented, and that doesn't appear to them here in the home dropdown for the general employees. Okay, so now to understand why is that, what it is that and all. So succession planning is such a module that will help us to nominate successors for all the key critical positions in a company. So whatever are the critical positions in a company that are very much important in the day-to-day business executions and all kind of anything that you decide, some key critical positions of the company, for that positions, you can nominate some successors within the same company. Say example, currently Mr. Alex is working in one of the position. Mr. Alex called as supply chain manager. Okay, much important with respect to the production activities that are happening in the company. Example, in such situation, if there is any issue that that person is not able to serve in that position all of a sudden, he has some health issue, or he has met with some any other challenge in his operations, or it is any other kind of a legal issue from the company side, they have stopped him from executing his operations. That can mean any reason. If suddenly that person is not able to serve in this position, then we should not start looking for some other people out of the company in that critical moment. So then you create the job requisition and recruitment, do the posting, all that. That will not be applicable. So you cannot wait for such critical positions for all this recruitment to happen, and he's serving his notice period and coming like 3 months. We cannot wait. In such cases, we should have somebody within the company to replace that position. Suddenly, immediately move into that position and start taking up the responsibilities of that position. So that is what succession planning is. You have to nominate someone, some good performing talent within the company who will be suitable for such kind of critical positions. You will nominate them. So that process of nominating and assigning some successors to the key critical positions within the company is all called as the succession planning process. So that is the main baseline of the module, guys. Is that clear for any? Is that clear? And any questions from anybody with respect to the purpose of the module of succession planning? Perfect. So now, to look after succession planning, what we can do through these tools. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Rajesh, any question from your end?
Can you just 1 second repeat it?
You want me to repeat? Okay, sure. So the process of nominating some successors for the key critical positions in the company. Okay, key positions, critical positions, whatever you say, identifying those positions or nominating the successors is what the succession planning module's agenda is. In such situations where the people who are actually now serving in the key critical positions are not able to continue in that position due to any of the reasons, then when that position became vacant, without we depending on some new job requirements, creating a requirement and posting it into the market, people applying for that, we interview it, all that, instead of doing all this process, waiting for a new employee to come out of the company to replace this current position. We have to nominate somebody within the company who will be good to fit into that position, into that key critical positions, either among the same team of the existing users. So example, for Mr. Alex, if he's having 3 subordinates, among these 3, if any one of them is doing good and he's aware of the entire processes of that role and that function, so he can be nominated, all that. The such kind of things of nominating somebody for the key critical positions to ensuring the smooth run of the process is all the succession planning processes. Okay. So now, when it comes to these succession module as a solution, that you have to see, guys, what it is and all, how it looks like. So if you go into this succession, in the home drop down, if you go under this succession, it opens up the succession management related different tools that we have in this customer systems. So we basically have 5 tools and 2 reports, guys. 5 tools and 2 reports on which the succession planning module runs here. So all that tabs, it will be 5 different tabs for 5 tools, and two more tabs for 2 reports. So like that. So this succession org chart to talent search. 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be one more. There should be one more tool as well. Talent pools. In the name of talent pools, we'll have one more tile or one more chat. I'll just get it activated. It might be just the permissions. It's not available. So we are having currently 4 tools. Along with this, one more called 5th tool will also come up. And these are the 2 reports. Performance potential matrix, how versus what matrix are the 2 reports kind of. So starting from succession org chart. So these are the various tools that will help us in nominating some successors for all the key critical positions in the organizations, guys. There are the various tools for that purpose. So now when we go into the succession org chart, here you will have the org chart that displays in this manner. It's all driven based on positions here. Search by position or search by people is something, 2 things we have. So it's all like this, all the position based. For which position reports to which position is what it basically takes care of in the first line. Okay, randomly you want to search for any position also, here the drop down of all the positions will come up. So you randomly select any position. So that position related detail with its reporting position, it displays first of all. So what is the position title and who is the person that is currently occupying in that position, who is currently serving in that position. You'll get that. Along with that, if you zoom in, guys, for every position, oh sorry. So huge zoom on. Zoom in this. Yeah. So for every position, the current person who is occupying in that position, along with the successors. If there are any successors nominated for this position of account executive in for this Steve Dincomb's position. Similarly, for this Tom Smith's account executive position. So like this, for all these positions, whoever are the currently occupied incumbents and any successors nominated already for those positions, that details will be expectingly shown here. So like this, either on the position level you can search or on the employee level also. If you want to search particularly, you can search. So Geophil is one person that I'm searching for. So when I search by people also, it's the position of this person. When I search for this person called Geophil, so his position, what is his position in the company, is what is what that actually tries to bring showcase us here. So if you see here, guys, so the Geophil says that he is in the position of production director. Production director is the position, guys. See, this is on Geophil, production director, and it shows it is a key position in the company. So for those key positions in the company, you will have that indicator also. So in the employee central managed positions level, when we created a position, guys, if you remember, we have a field called as criticality. Criticality is yes or no. So critical position is nothing but a key position. So you can set every position. For every position, it is a standard drop down field that we have on the position screen called critical or non-critical. So there will be a field called criticality for which the drop downs are critical, non-critical. So if you keep it as critical there, that data what you maintain in the position management is what that flows here into the succession module. So succession planning module, position management is a prerequisite, guys. Okay, so there are few customers who implement succession without position management also. They just run it in the name of employee. They don't deal with the positions. It's just for GeoFil's for GeoFil, we are nominating successors. If GeoFil is not going to be available from tomorrow, in that case, these people will be serving as replacements for him. That's what they do. They don't do it in the name of positions. So that is not so advantageous. So every time succession module has its more productivity when you have it driven through positions. Say today, against this position, if I nominate two successors, currently the person is GeoFil. Tomorrow, if we remove GeoFil and if we assign Alex here, if there is a change of people, if into this production director position into this production director position instead of this current person called GeoFil, if Alex has been replaced, but these successors will be same connected to the position level. Who is currently incumbent, it doesn't bother. The successors are nominated for this position. It's not for the employer. Okay, so at any point of time, even if GeoFil is not there, it is blank, this position became vacant. So clearly we'll have a clarity that for production director position, these two are the successors. You can take it out on all reports everywhere. But if you don't have position management, the customer says we don't want positions, we'll run based on just the candidate name or the job role kind of. Then if GeoFil is going to be terminated, what are the successors connected to GeoFil? That data is also lost. What are the successors that are connected to GeoFil? That is also lost if he is terminated or he is leaving the company. So only till they are active, we'll have the details. Once they are inactive, the successors connected to them will also be lost. So that is not a best way of doing the succession planning. So having the positions integrated with succession module is very much important to have the complete functionality of SuccessFactors enjoyed, guys. That is some real-time specific. I can give a clear recommendation where, of course, 95% of the market will go with succession with positions only. But for such few cases where SF also documented in the document, they clearly say position management is not mandatory. You can also do it this way, but it has its limitations, obviously. Where if you do it against an employee level, whenever the employee leaves, all the succession data connected to that employee is also lost. Okay. Now, so when I came to this person called production director, his GeoFil, he's having two successors already nominated under him. So Jada Baker is one successor and James Klein is another successor. Two people have been nominated as successors for this position. And 1 to 2 years and 3 to 5 years is something that you see in the colors here. So that is, whenever we nominate a successor for any of the position, guys, we can clearly mention some readiness in how much time they will be ready to replace totally. So we are nominating them where Jada Baker will be ready in 1 to 2 years to meet the expectations of this position, and where James Kellen is also applicable, but he would require 3 to 5 years of time to grow into this position level. Like it. So that can be based on their industry experience, their overall experience, their educational background, on any terms it can be. So it is where you can decide to have multiple successors nominated, and there is no limit on how many successors you could nominate for one position, guys. From SF side, there is no such functionality at all. Even if you want to nominate one successors or 10 successors with a particular readiness for every successor, you can definitely nominate them. Okay. So this is how the data looks like. Now for this production director position, there are different other positions that are reporting. For every position, who is the currently occupied person, are there any successors already nominated? For Jada Baker again, there are two more successors. Patrick, who is in 1 to 2 years available, Janice in 3 to 5 years available. Like that. So this is how the succession org chart looks like. Okay, and one more point is now for this production director, there are already two successors appearing. How are these done? How are these nominations done, and how is the data available here? Is that you just click on this production director, sorry, here. You just mouse over here for the geofill as the name, you will get this scorecard, guys. The scorecard with the details like what is the position ID. Okay, next this key position, critical or non-critical, this indicator it shows, and who is the current incumbent that is serving in the position. And down at the bottom, you will have a lot of other details also. So in the incumbent for this position, it is geofill. The named successors, who are the already nominated successors and what are their readiness. And next, these are all not required. So this one, add successor is an option through which you can actually even nominate a new successor for this position. So now currently you have two successors. If you want to bring in a third successor, just click on add successor. So when you click on add successors, guys, you can search for anybody internally in the company to add them as a successor. Internal candidates, external candidates, first of all. So internal candidates, it's obviously the internal employees, guys. You can search for any internal employees of the company. Say if I want to search for Alex, I want to nominate Alex for this position. Just start typing keywords and you can pick Alex. Select Alex. I just selected Alex. As soon as I selected Alex, it is giving me an option to choose the readiness. So he is immediately ready to replace, or when 1 to 2 years he'll be good to go, or 3 to 5 years he'll be good to go, is the readiness scale we see. This is again the standard one. If a customer wants to customize it, it's not like ready now. We don't want ready now at all. Minimum we need like 6 months. Next 2 years, next 5 years, like that, we can even change it according to the requirement. Okay, this is just a pick list field. Readiness is a pick list field. If you go to pick list center, you'll be finding it. Like that, we can choose that. And ranking is something, guys. Say example, you are nominating 2 people with 1 to 2 years. There are 2 people whom you are nominating with same readiness as 1 to 2 years. Then among those 2 for whom you want to give the ranking, the more preference, first preference and second preference is what the ranking is that we can maintain. Okay, so this way, while you're nominating somebody, you just have to choose their readiness and their ranking, and you have to save it. And whenever you selected one person and you're doing the readiness and nominating them, immediately their profile is also being displayed. That is what is their title, what is their department, and few details with respect to the talent information we see. Talent information is something that displays here, that plays a very crucial role, guys. Talent information. And his employees, any performance records and all that details, like the employees' previous performance ratings, previous potential ratings, education details, his languages that he know. All these are the various portlets that we already maintain in the people profile level. All that comes up here. So before you make the decision, just have a look at his profile and cross check whether this is the person you really want. Is he all good as per your expectations? Okay, like that we can search here. So this is one profile that immediately opens up for that and the name of that employee. Okay, and the talent information is a very crucial thing that plays a role here, guys. That is the impact of loss, risk of loss, all these fields are there, where for every employee we'll have this information. Right from CEO to the bottom clerk level, for all the employees, we can maintain this information element. Risk of loss, impact of loss, reason for leaving, all these things like future leader, all that. That is, I'll show you that as well in a separate screen. 1 second. So this is an information which is actually a portlet on the people profile, guys. There is a portlet in the name of talent information in the people profile, such that before the top management starts doing the succession planning this year, before they sit and to decide for the succession planning process this year in 2020, they will first make an announcement to the entire organization level managers, basically, to make sure you are filling the talent information block of your subordinates. If I'm having 5 subordinates, I have to go into each of their people profile and I have to fill the talent information block. That is, so will he be a future leader is one question. So will he be a subordinate having the qualities of development growing as a leader in the future. That is the different probabilities: low probability, medium probability, high probability, like that. LMH we can have. And risk of loss. Risk of loss is something that will say, is there any chance that that employee might resign from the company? Do you have any such doubt in that? So risk of loss, we'll have some drop down values: high risk of loss, low risk of loss, medium risk of loss, like that. Say if we lose him, is there any impact of loss? So it's just a normal resignation of like any company or any employee in a company, or should we be more concerned if this employee leaves us? So is that the impact of loss? Again, low, high, medium, like that. And if he's going, what do we what is the actual reason for leaving? Is that he did not get the promotion, he did not have this better salary opportunity, or it's a location issue that he has? Whatever are the different drop down values we can maintain. So that is all a talent portlet, talent information portlet that will be normally finding under the people profile, guys. If you go to any employee's profile, you'll be finding the talent information block on the employee profile. So just before starting the succession planning process, all the managers will be getting this instruction to make sure you are updating your subordinates' talent information details. So as on today, what do you feel? Is there any chance that the employee might be leaving the company based on your conversation, on your day-to-day interaction with that guy? You will get to know. So this guy is not happy with the organization. He wants to leave the organization, or any such kind of hint you may, if you have, you can get it updated. That is. Just a moment, guys. I have to find that section where it is. So present, someone removed it. Let me just quickly add it, guys, on the people profile. Configure people profile. Gentlemen, I'm just finding difficulty in that. Someone have totally removed it actually. Let me just try to open it in a different system. Just don't want to waste your time. I have another demo system actually, which is a bit clean. I'll try to showcase in that. Okay, it's taking a lot of time for the loading guys. So let me just continue the discussion on the other system in the meanwhile. So basically, I just have to show you this kind of a talent information portlet where it will be editable for the managers to keep updating the values. So I just want to show you the drop down values that will be available for all these fields and all. Anyways, once the system gets loaded, I'll just take you back in there. So this way, it's all about nominating the successors. In the succession orchard, either you can find based on the position titles or based on the employee names, you can search. And for those positions which are critical, so succession nomination, the succession planning process is something that will be first taken priority for the key critical positions in the company. Okay, whichever are marked as critical. So those it will be again the responsibility of those teams like the strategic management team or the HR teams who will deal with the positions that have to take the decision of which positions are critical in the company. Okay, so whenever they create a position itself, they can maintain that criticality, or on the go later on also they can update the criticality. So either the HR team who is handling the creation of positions, or the head of the departments who are creating the positions, or it's the strategic team, the strategy management team kind of will have in the organizations. So that departments will handle this responsibility of highlighting what are the key critical positions in the company, such that whenever the top management sits to start doing the succession planning process, the succession planning process is every time the decision at a top management level only, guys, because it's all about, instead of you, if we have to pick someone in the company who will be good, is the decision that has to be made in succession planning process. For that, it is every time the top management only that will be allowed to do this. They don't release all it to the next lower level. Okay, top management level, maximum top 3-4 layers like CEO, next the presidents, vice presidents, directors, associate directors. They'll stop it. They don't bring it to even the mid-level management. Top management level only they'll refrain it. So such that it's all the confidentiality that we maintain. And so for all these positions of critical nature, which are already highlighted and marked and all, now they start doing the succession planning. You just click like this, they will see who can be nominated as the successors who are already nominated, or if we have to nominate a new successor. So they'll just click on add successor. And when they click on add successor, they can search for anybody for this production director. Okay, now in their mind, whoever is applicable in their mind, they can search for them here, or else they can use this advanced search. Here it is a random search. Alex, John, David, anything, they can give the different names and they can search. Or advanced search is an option where basically they are to derive at particular decision that these are the people that will be good for nominating. If they want to have a parameter based on the industry experience of the employees in the company or their educational experience and education qualifications, okay, like that on any parameters, then we can make use of this advanced search, guys. So advanced search is something that will open up a new tool called as talent search. A pop-up it brings up for talent search. Very, very useful. Talent search. So here in the talent search, the advantage is that you can search for anybody in the organization based on all these various informations that we maintain already in the people profiles. Anybody being hired in SuccessFactors, what all categories of information that we can save from them. On all such informations, you can have the filters. So if you want to have, check on all these standard elements, the single input fields, the first name, last name, nationality, okay, their address, email address, phone number, like this, whatever are the fields, city, state, pin code, like this various basic input fields that we have, marital status, all that, either on these you can search, or more importantly, the advanced information like the education details, the previous employment details, leadership skills, certifications, all that. So these are the various portlets, guys. So if you see, now based on the certifications of the employee, based on the salary information of the employee, the courses that he has done, okay, next the education that he has, the education experience, based on the honors and the awards that he has received, the language skills he has, leadership experience he has. These are all the background portraits that we already see on our people profile in our everyday people profile screens. These are all the standard pre-delivered background profiles, background portraits. So whichever categories of information a customer is expecting to save on their local people profile, or on all that data what we have already maintained, you can make the search. So now if I want to have people with some education qualification, particularly say those who have done their degree, like I want the people with master's degree. I'm interested to nominate someone with the post-graduation experience only for this position. So I can search for that. So with the masters, if there are any available people, so there are 23 employees that are found with masters available. So if I want to nominate Mia Cooper, I can choose that. So I can choose Mia Cooper and I can click on nominate. I click on this nominate button. So automatically she will be assigned to this position as a successor. Okay, so we have John Williams, we have Mia Cooper. Like this, if you want to nominate 2 people also, you can nominate. Select multiple people and you can also nominate. At a time, both of them will be assigned as a successors. Like that. So here also, you can, when you click on nominate, it will ask you for the readiness. So ready now immediately, or 1 to 2 years, or 3 to 5 years, any ranking or any additional comments that you want to write, do all that and click on nominate. So now I want it as a ready now example and click on nominate. Now for Geoffil's position, till now it is Jada Baker and James Cannon only, where now with the ready now as a readiness, one more user called Mia Cooper has also got added as a successor, guys. 3 of them, like this. So this is the way how you can do the successor nomination. Once we close this, it's refreshing to show the third person as well. Okay, so this is the way the way we can actually nominate successors. Either you search for anybody randomly with the keywords, that is whenever you go here. Again, I'm going inside to show you the options, guys. So successors level, click on add successor. Either you randomly search with any keywords that you already have any person name in your mind. Yes, for this position, I want this guy to be nominated. You can search for that. Or else advanced search. So you set a criteria, either education details or their experience level, industry experience, leadership experience. Like that, we have different portlets of information already stored. On that information you want to filter and bring the talent. You can also use the advanced search the way we have done now. Or else you can also have external candidates. External candidates is that there are some candidates in the recruitment system, the external candidates in the recruitment system who have not yet been hired into the SuccessFactors system, but they have already done with the hiring selection management process. They accepted the offer, they are ready to hire and all. Such kind of people who will be right there joining in a week or in a month or 2 months kind of. If you want to nominate a person who has not yet joined company yet, but you feel that yes, tomorrow or after tomorrow, once this guy is going to join the company, he'll be potentially very good to replace this production director's position. Then we can also nominate someone from the external candidate database also. So from external candidate database, if you want to search for anybody also, you can search, guys. See, I applied for one of the jobs in the recruiting management, if you remember, in the name of Suresh K. Pinhorn, my Gmail address. So when I search with that keyword, yes, even I am being represented here. You can even nominate me with readiness of ready now 1 to 2 years, 3 to 5 years, like. Okay, it's an external candidate. You can view my resume here, my email address, all this. So this is a way, even a person who has not yet joined yet, but he has been in the candidate selection management process. Yes, I have taken his interview yesterday. I have selected him. So soon he will be joining our organization, and I want to nominate him also. But of course, that person might at last moment he might not join the company. That's a different story. Obviously, this entry, if I nominated it currently, if it is 4, whenever that candidate has withdrawn his offer, again the count comes down to 3. Like that. That's automatically refreshed whenever the candidate has been disqualified, or it's he rejected the offer on any situation, the account again goes back. So that way you can have the internal candidates based search, internal search with just a random keyword search or advanced search, or external candidates, all this. Along with this, here system will also nominate in this white space, system will also bring some suggestions, guys. I'm just waiting, it will be normally taking some time for bringing up the suggested names here, but it's taking too long, I'm not sure why. So normally around some 5 to 10 names of experts, like suggested successors, it's success system suggested successors based on the reporting hierarchy of the employee, okay, or his or the qualification level and all. It's just a standard algorithm of success factors that runs, and it gives us some nominations here. So we can also select from them. So like that, internal, external, internal with advanced search, and also few few suggestions from the system. We'll have like 3-4 types of successes nomination available here. But in this system, I'm not sure, it's taking time to load. Anyways, so that is how the succession nomination happens in the succession org chart tool, guys. Just log in into this other system got opened up. Let me just show that portlet once again for you. I mean, you have not yet seen that yet. Yeah, this is the one, guys. Talent information. So this is one standard portlet that will be given in any customer system, where this can be used by those managers to give some details about their subordinates. So whenever there is a notification sent to all the people in the company, all the managers in the company to update your subordinates talent information, they can have this information as a forecast information, totally an expected forecast information. It's not genuine, but it is something that we can forecast it. So what is the risk of loss? Is there any chance that we are going to lose this employee? If it is no, that the employee is all happy, there is no issue for that employee with the company, we can just keep it as low. If he has been already expressing his the dissatisfaction with the company policies or anything in any situations, you can keep it as high. Risk of loss as high. Yes, we might lose him. Like that, different situations you can make use of. So if it is the risk of loss is, say, example, high, then what is the impact of loss? So if we lose him, is there any being an impact? So is that very much, he's a very crucial person in the company. So like that, we can have this risk of loss will be and the impact of loss. So sometimes if, say, example, risk of a loss, but the impact of loss is high. Okay, even if he leaves, it's not that much of a problem for us. That is what one kind, where yes, if he leaves, it's very much risk to us. Is the impact of loss is what we have to maintain as high. For those cases with both high, so one's first preference will be given to the critical positions. While we are doing the succession nomination, the first preference will be given to those key critical positions with this key indicator and all. Once those positions are done, next importance will be given to these positions for where the risk and impact are high. So both risk of loss is high and impact of loss is high. So for those positions also we have to take care of. Okay, so that is this. Next, reason for leaving. So if you say he's going to leave, then what could be the possible reason for leaving? These are the standard success factors provided drop down values, guys. We can customize this according to the customer requirement. Okay, like he's leaving voluntarily, or it's like he's expected to be demoted, or he's expected to be promoted, he's liking to be promoted, or he's expecting a transfer. Okay, or there are some responsibilities that have been reduced for him, or it's a retirement. Kind of different cases we can have a standard drop down. So some customers will ask us to enhance with few more customer specific drop down values. End of the day, it's just a pick list that you can still handle. We can make that. and future leader. So will he turn into be a future leader going further? Okay, so is he new to this position currently? So like that, such sometimes if the risk of loss is high and the impact, so risk of loss is high, is that because he's not able to fit into this position or he's not able to adjust into this position, is new to this position kind of, is what new to position is also another indicator they would expect to collect here. Diversity candidate is just, I'm not even clear about this, guys. It's like most of the time even customers will ask us to remove this. It's like diversity candidate, what kind of quality they would like to see in it, and even I'm not sure. It's one more functionality like future leader, new to position and all, yes or no. So like this, we can have this information that can be collected that will help the normal succession planners while they are nominating somebody. So as soon as we search for anybody in the company, select them, system will immediately open their talent information also. While you're nominating somebody as a successor, you have to make sure that the risk of loss of them is at least good. If you are nominating a successor for this geophil as Alex, if Alex risk of loss is also high, say example, if the Alex manager may maintain his risk of loss as high, then there is no point in I maintaining Alex as a successor. He himself, if Alex itself is going to leave the organization, what is the point in nominating Alex as a successor for some other or some other position? Nothing. So that is also one consideration that we have to make sure. So if the risk of loss of the target nomination is going to be high, is already high, then there is no point in nominating him as a successor. We will go choose some other people like that. So that is how you can have the talent information that will help us, guys. This portlet. Is it clear, guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
quick question.
Yeah, Rakesh.
Yeah, there was some development objectives also there. What is that about?
That is when you have it connected with the career development planning module, such that, say example, you are saying this candidate will be available in 2 to 5 years, 2 to 3 years, 3 to 5 years kind of. Then when I say it, he'll be good to reach this position in 2 to 3 years. Why not now? Means he is lacking some skills where we have to nominate him for some trainings, development goals, development
Plans,
objectives.
okay.
He has to develop himself, some training programs, all that. So that is where succession planning is connected with the career development planning module. Only then we can have the development goals that can be added. So whenever I nominate a successor, along with that, I'll also add some goals and I'll add him so that he has to start working on those different areas. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
So that's again
Suresh, a quick
separate module of license. Career development planning is one module of license. Yeah, sorry, someone has a question?
Yeah, Suresh, Deepika here. So just a quick
Yeah,
question. Whenever we're adding a successor, so how do we ensure that the people high up in the hierarchy, they are not selected as successors? Because right now we just saw the example, right? For a production director, Alex, who's the president, can become a successor. So how is that possible?
That is all at the top management level. This tool is handled only at the top management level. Again, we need not cross-check that. System has no such functionality. It's the decision of the top management to nominate to nominate whomever they feel as a potential successor that will be good for that. Okay, that's it. Again, we cannot have a validations on it at the positions level, their titles level, at a hierarchy level, and all. So whomever they choose. So system is also having the talent search. Use a filter based on that. And among that, whoever are coming, you can choose somebody. It's all the roles the strategy management team in the organizations will involve in this. The strategic management team, they sit along with the top management in the boardroom and they do the succession planning normally. So I saw one of the customer, it's a Middle East customer. The succession planning process goes, suddenly the people with the top cadre comes into the boardroom. So every time, most of the time, succession planning is something that will be dealt with only those people, so where there is no cross validation required. The decision given by them is what we have to record.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. And yeah, so that is about the first tool, guys, at a high level. Not about high level, I think we went into a deep dig here. So that is all about the first tool of succession org chart, the way how you can have all the position based hierarchy with all the positions related, the nominated successors, and there any new nominations that you want to do, the way how you can consider that talent information, all that various things. Okay, and this we can zoom in, zoom out the functionality. You have it here, same like in the normal employee org chart here, as the same in the, like in the company info level you have it. So either this or this, it's like this. The back end functionality of the tool is all the same. So you have the zoom in, zoom out. You have an option to save this no, successor data and all as into a PDF or an image. All these options we have. And guys,
Suresh,
one moment. So some people are getting confused here. Company info. So in some systems it is as company info, in some systems it is as org chat. So if you go under the company info, you obviously have the org chat, guys. I saw some people writing me mails to me saying that I am not finding org chat in my system. It's nothing but company info. If you go under company info, you will have the org chat, the normal org chat, position org chat, company structure, all this are something under this. In some companies, it is written as in some systems as company info, in some systems as org chat here. It's both the same. Okay. Yeah, someone has a question?
yeah, Suresh, so this succession management or the planning will have a different org chart from the other modules we have, like as when we have a general org chart where all the modules share that org chart. So this will have a different org chart completely.
No, it's the same. When it comes to the org hierarchy here, all the positions and all, the same position org chart what we see in the company info is the same position org chart, right from CEO to the bottom worker level. What is the hierarchy of positions we maintain? It's all the same. But the contents of this org chart is a bit different. The successors and all, you don't find it in the normal position org chart. But here, the successors, the process to nominate a successor, all the additional capabilities are there. But when it comes
So
to the data,
okay,
it's all the
saying
same.
that once we activate the license, automatically this I can see all these options will be available for the entire org chart.
Exactly, totally. Only when you have succession license, you can use all these. You can utilize all these functionalities and features. Okay.
But we can control them based upon the roles, right? If we do not want allow to see others who are down in the hierarchy, it will not be visible to them, right? But they still have access to the org.
Succession module level, you don't have such. It's a tool access to succession org chart or what it will be referred. Because succession, again, I'm repeating, succession is every time at a top management level. It's that whomever you decide to give, it's given to all of them. Okay. So it's again, it's not a normal employee level role. It's never that we created a succession role with saying that for these people, this is a target population kind of. No, it's not applicable. Succession org chart is an access that you have given entire right from CEO to the bottom clerk level. All the data is visible here because this is a tool that is every time controlled at a top management level only again. Okay.
So we basically give a role to the top management and they will have access to this structure.
That's
right?
So do you want to use this succession org chart tool or not? Position tile tool or not? Lineage chart tool or not? That just the checkboxes is what we handle. There is no again target population segregations there. Okay. So that is about this first tool, guys. And the second next one is
one question, Suresh. Whether the successor can be maintained for two positions, like for example, here Mia Cooper has been. Okay.
Definitely. So Mia Cooper can be nominated for this position and one more position, something called project management office. For both, she can be nominated. Here, her readiness is ready now. Here, it might be 1 to 2 years. So that can also be applicable. Definitely, system response from that. Yeah.
So based on the readiness category, they can send that.
We can utilize that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Okay. So next is the position type. So position tile is also almost like succession org chart. Technically, it's the same way, but the point is the representation differs. Here you are getting a hierarchy of positions from CEOs. Next, the CEOs level position. Next level is the presidents, vice presidents, directors, associate directors. That hierarchy of positions is what it displays here. But in the position tile, this is something that displays all the positions, all the active positions in the company in an alphabetical order. All the positions that starts with A first. There are say 50 positions. Next, all the positions that starts with B, C, D, like that, alphabetically all the positions are listed here, guys. This is not based on any hierarchical structure. It's just the blocks, all the position blocks. So for every position, one block kind of will be displayed, and all the positions are sorted alphabetically by default, like this. So these are all the blocks. So this is one position, this is one position, this is one position, like that. So currently there are 107 positions that are being displayed based on some filters. So that is first A. After A, it is H, H, P, 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 like this. So in the available list of positions, this is alphabetical order for every position. So assembly worker, for this position, there are 2 incumbents. There are 2 people serving in this position. HRBP production. So Dana is a lady that is serving in this position, and it's a key critical position with an indicator. But there are no successors nominated. Okay, so this is another person, this is another person, like that. For all this, say example, now if you want to do a nomination for successor nomination for this position, you can just click on no named successors, and again the same tool to add successors opens up. You can search for internal candidates, external candidates, advanced search, any of this, and you can nominate them. Say if I want to nominate Alex again, choose Alex, and say 1 to 2 years he'll be available, and person again immediately appears in this. So now he's a successor nominated. For these positions, there is no successor nominated yet. For this, there is one successor. It doesn't stop with one. If I want to go and add one more successor, again I can click on add successor and add one more. One more photo appears here, 3rd photo, 4th photo, like that. How many people I have nominated? All of them will be visible here in this bar, in this blue color line bar. Okay, yeah. Here it is showing you guys suggested successors. So the other screen did not load actually. Now it is showing. So either internal option, external option, or talent search option, or a random search option. And apart from that, it is suggested successors is what system brings us some people based on the qualities that are matching between this employee and this employee. It's totally a standard algorithm that brings us. We don't have any configuration required for this. It's not like we define some parameters on that. It is bringing in nothing like that. Simply a standard feature what SuccessFactors gives us as a suggested successors. Either you can choose among this, or you can go and take your decision accordingly. Okay, so this is the way this position tile works. Those positions of only production related are being displayed. So if I clear this off, just refresh this once again. Guys, my voice is clear for you, right? Any issues in my voice today? The audio basically.
There is some little sound disturbance, which it's like a fan sound.
Okay, that's fine. But with respect to there is no breaking and all, right?
No, it's clear.
No, it's clear.
That's what screen sharing is fine, the audio is fine, but pages loading is taking time. I'm not sure whether it's SuccessFactors server issue or something. No, okay. On search here, I did not click on search. So I just removed the search as that production and I clicked on search, guys. So now 1407 positions. Previously 107 positions are there. Now 1407 positions. All the positions that are currently active in the system, everything has been listed. So in the name of analyst itself, these are these many positions. All these are alphabetically sorted. First, all the A related positions are done, then it will enter into the category of B. If there is anything in the name of B, like that, one after the other, one after the other, all the 1407 positions will be displayed here. So it's just a representation difference, succession org chart and position tile. End of the day, the purpose is all the same again. Okay, so that is about the position tile. where position tile is something that has been in the recent years released, guys, like in 2016 or sometime, this position tile tab. But for the succession planning module, succession org chart is the very legacy tool from almost from 2008 2010, kind of from those years, even before SAP acquired SuccessFactors itself. This tool is present. So that is the most useful and the most commonly used tool. But these are the other tools of doing this nomination. Either you can do here, or you can do here, or few positions here, few positions here, anything the way you want. You can make use of all the tools. Okay, so like that, you have till talent search as one more tool, talent pools as one more tool. I'll activate in the tomorrow session. And linear chat. Linear chat is not a tool of nomination. It's just to look at the progress of your succession planning. So like that, all these tools are still we have to discuss. So we'll continue our discussion on the other tools in the tomorrow session, guys.
Suresh, how
Yeah.
this employees data is getting populated in the succession org chart? Suppose if you have from the position management or from the employee center.
Suppose we have, what's that last line?
No, what I'm asking, how this employees information is populated in the succession org chart? Is trying to build this here in this module, or it's coming from the another modules for the employee center?
For any talent modules, it's employee central is the base. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have employee central, succession planning can be implemented only with position management. As I told you last time in EC sessions itself, position management is not integral part of employee central. Without employee central also implement position management. So you can take all the list of positions of the company, you can build the position org chart, and there's an integration between the legacy system and the position management here, such that whenever a position is becoming vacant in the legacy system, here also it will be indicated as vacant. If it's filled in the legacy system, here also it's highlighted as filled. So all that position management integration is what it actually happens with the legacy system, and position management is solely implemented here. Against that positions is where recruitment can be implemented, is where the succession can be implemented, all that. Okay. When it comes to the employee data, against this position there is an employee called Alex Flowers. Against some other position there is some other person. How is this employee data filled in? If we don't have EC, is all about the profile. The basic mini master data will anyways load right. Even if it is a talent module, talent implementation, we'll definitely have the basic UDF file that with the mini master data that will be importing. So that is what we have to import.
Does it have the templates also in the succession planning?
Nothing. In successors you need not import. UDF is the import. Successors succession planning module don't have any import processes.
Okay.
All the front-end usage. You need the positions and the employee data. So positions, again, it's the same MDF position, the import export data, you'll go there. It's MDF object. For importing the basic user data in absence of EC, it's the UDF file or the basic import file, mini master data file, what we call initially to upload the users into the system that we used. With that, we'll be loading the data. Okay. Yeah. It again depends upon company's choice. It's all about RBPs, role-based. If a company is ready to showcase that, they can, but 100% no company will be ready to showcase that, because it's something that managers are expressing an opinion about their subordinates. So if it is that there is privacy, then that cannot work. So definitely that is something we'll keep it private. Managers can see their subordinates. My manager, there might be one more manager. So my manager is seeing my section, but he cannot see his section. His section is seen by his reporting manager, like that.
So how you are going to control the role-based permission here in the succession management?
Succession also has its RBPs. So when it comes to this portlet, it's nothing to do with succession specifically. It's people profile level. You know that EC permissions, right? The general views we have and the portal background portlets we have in the RPPs. Using that, we'll basically control that, whether that particular portal is to be displayed or not. When it comes to all the other tools, whether the succession org chart tool to be given or not, position tile to be given or not, performance potential matrix to be given or not. For all these, we have dedicated permissions in the RBP for in the name of succession planners. Succession planners is one role, one category under which we'll have the access to all these tools. So once we are done with the front end, this complete solution of this succession configuration related, then I'll take you to the RBPs also. And there, when it's specific to succession, what are the roles, we'll look into that. Any other queries, Andrew?
Yeah, Suresh, if suppose we create a new position, then the same will be displayed here automatically, or we need to add that position here?
Automatic, nothing else. It's just the same. The managed positions, whatever you see, all positions are automatically used by this tool. You have nothing to do. From here also, you can initiate creating a new position. And on the right hand top corner, add the add position. It's just the same. What all positions are active in the company, all positions will be displayed here. Same screen of creation, nothing difference.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Suresh, one question.
Yeah.
If you
please.
add successors for the, let's say, analyst, is there any way for me to deselect that successor if I feel okay tomorrow is not fit for this? Can I have a option to delete that?
Yeah, definitely. I'll just show you that. I'll just take you there. See, previously we saw for geofill, right? Let me just go for that guy. So for geofill, we have added Mia Cooper. Already he's having 2 people, and I've added one more person as Mia Cooper. Let me deselect and show you that. Okay, just go under this. So these are the named successors here. It's all about remove successor is an option that you have. You can remove him. Okay.
Thank you, Suresh. And let's say if Geoff Hill is moved out of the company, okay, now Mia Cooper is ready to occupy that position. So how we can do from here only we can initiate, or it's a normal process transfer the department? How that happens?
No, it's all again in the EC. Here, this is only a place for nomination and having a clarity of for which position who will be good to go. Even if it is Mia Cooper nominated here, if company wants to give preference to Jada Baker, again it's the decision of the company. Okay, so finally the person who is handling the hirings, transfers, promotions in the company, that EC admins, they will be given an instruction saying that move this person to this position, this person to this position. Accordingly, they will act. That's it. This is a tool for monitoring. End of the day, this is not a this will not stop us from doing anything beyond this. It's just a tool that we can use for handling this kind of nominations and all. But if a customer, if a company override this, yes, they can still do that.
Okay, this area is just for representation. That's it. Everything will happen outside only. Okay.
Exactly. It's a tool that we can use for tracking, nominating, all that. But end of the day, it will not stop us from doing the actual decisions as per our choice.
Okay. Thank you, Suresh.
That's right. So that's why succession is basically all about tools. So each and every tab is a tool. This is one tool. This is one tool. It's like tool the way how we record our preferences. This is it's a recording tool. We are recording our preferences for which position or whom I want to have as a successor is one record that I'm maintaining. Tomorrow suddenly, if instead of this person, if I feel some other person, yes, I can still go for him. It's not that we are saying that yes, you have been nominated for this position, and yes, immediately whenever geofill is going to be moving from the company, we are promising you to be placed in the production director position. Nothing like that. It's just for internal records. Even Mia Cooper doesn't even know that she has been nominated for production director. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Fine, guys. So let us again connect back tomorrow same time and start looking to the other tools as well. So what is lineage chat, talent search, and one more tool called talent pools, all that as well. The other tools of using nomination processes. Okay. Thank you, and all.
Suresh. Thank you.
Thank you, Suresh. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Suresh.
Thank you.